sports. So at the end of the day, it's like three major sports in London. So it's like you really don't have a choice. Like you're gonna pick one and you're gonna stick to one. And at the end of the day, London fans are loyal. Like when Ricky Hatton got knocked out, they all cheered. There's only one Ricky Hatton.
Well, speaking of London fans, this pay-per-view, which was on pay-per-view in the UK, it broke Sky Sports' all-time pay-per-view record. First off, it was the highest priced pay-per-view ever, and it's already done over 1.2 million buys.
How much is the pay-per-view? Like $25, $30?
$25. It was $5 more than they usually
cheap.
have.
It's cheap.
Cheap for us. Now, some of the other numbers that were going around this weekend, Saudi Arabia reportedly put up $40 million for the site fee, and the final tally for them to stage the event was close to $100 million. Joshua is getting between $60 and $80 million, and it's depending on the UK pay-per-view sales. Now, poor Andy Ruiz only got $10 million, and that was based on his contract from the first fight.
I think he got.
But he's still got. He's getting more. I
think he got a incentive.
I think that he got some of that Saudi Arabia money. How much of it, we'll never know. Anyway, Eddie Hearn said that people after the fight were coming up to him saying that he's changed the face of sport in the country. That Sky Sports walked over to him and says that he broke a record, and the Zone people said that the numbers were huge. So we were not happy with how maybe this fight went. The numbers and the economics were huge.
It was a big buildup. I mean, going based on the first fight, a lot of people were anticipating another great fight, potentially another great upset.
But you want to hear something? Ali came back after a loss. He went out there. He boxed. He looked great against Joe Frazier, throwing leather. You know what I mean? He came back with Ken Norton, throwing leather. You know what I mean? He boxed and he threw leather. Joshua just boxed. He played what's that game when we used to play when we were kids?
He did what he had to do to win.
No, but it's not right. It's not right in the sense when you calling him the king and you comparing him to Muhammad Ali. It's not right.
He didn't ask to be called Muhammad Ali. These guys don't know how to market anybody other than talking about two or three people from the past.
So he's brown. He's brown skinned with a fade. So he's Muhammad Ali.
I nothing on that
one. He's far from Muhammad Ali.
Yo, but let's talk about the best fight of the night though. That Pavlovnik. What was it? What's his name?
Michael Hunter and Alex Povetkin. That was
Povetkin,
a great.
Oh my God, that was a fight.
I actually had Hunter winning the fight. I actually had him. He hurt Povetkin, and I was surprised because
Povetkin is a bull, bro. That guy is a bull.
He's a bull.
Guy, listen, I would like to see him and King Kong.
That'd be actually a good fight.
I would like to see King Kong and Povetkin.
I was going to ask you because about maybe Luis Ortiz fighting Andy Ruiz.
No.
Who?
Ortiz and Ruiz. I think that'd be a good fight for both of them. That'd be a good fight for both of them.
But
I'll go back to what Curtis said earlier. I think right now Andy Ruiz is at a point right now where he's going to be used as a measuring stick for Wilder.
Well, can Andy come back?
Yes, he can come back.
Definitely.
But
there's still so many big fights
at a lower pay grade. He's not going to never crack $1 million again.
He probably will.
He probably will. Not his next fight back.
What about we see Ottawa and Andy Ruiz?
That'd be a great fight too. That'd be a great fight too. Honestly,
don't get down.
Because Andy Ruiz has the name that he beat Joshua, and Ottawa's up and coming. So he just fought Tyson Fury. So I think it'd be a great match.
It'd be a great match.
You know?
I mean,
I would like to see Povetkin and Ortiz. That would be another great match right there.
Right.
I like the first match you said, Andy Ruiz and the Luis Ortiz. I like that fight because it's like, or matter of fact, Andy Ruiz versus Adam Kownacki.
What about Povetkin?
How about Kownacki? How about Adam and Andy Ruiz? That would be a great exciting fight.
That would be a great fight.
PBC can make that fight.
PBC that would be a so.
Making in the Barclays.
Yes.
Best place to see boxing.
Both managed by Al Heyman. They're both managed by Al Heyman.
Yeah, that'd be
a great matchup for both of them.
Let's start
bring it to
that.
Brooklyn.
Let's start putting that out there in the air.
Let's start making some calls. Let's bring that to Brooklyn. Al Heyman, if you're hearing this, bring that fight to Brooklyn.
Yo, Sam Watson, get on your job, champ.
Now, Eddie Hearn says that Joshua's next fight's probably going to be against Cooper Pulev.
Who? Pulev?
Pulev.
Like Shannon Briggs said, I'm gonna say it again.
Stop with the Shannon Briggs. Why don't you just start saying "Let's go, champ"? There you go.
But what the hell is a Pulev?
Well, he's a very big dude who's the mandatory and most likely his next opponent.
Again, he's taking a safe route. You know, he's not gonna take any threat right now. He just came off of this big fight. He just got his belts back.
But he can take these 3 or 4 fights that are not named Deontay Wilder
Didn't this guy just get stopped?
and bank millions upon millions of dollars. The economics make sense. Just as a boxing fan, you want to pull your hair out.
But didn't this guy just get stopped like a couple of fights ago? Pulev, or he beat him. Somebody beat him. I know he won a big fight, and then I know he has a loss or two. He was stopped before.
Yeah, he got stopped before.
Like,
but again,
I think stopped again.
Regardless of who Anthony Joshua fights, that man's going to sell tickets. People are going to pay to see that guy fight.
I just explained it to you. London has cricket, soccer.
They're going to keep him in London.
Yeah,
Hergovich, Dylan White, and Michael
London.
Hunter are also rumored opponents. Dylan White would be a very easy fight for Eddie Hearn to make, although he looked larger than Andy Ruiz.
but see, I have a problem with the Dylan White fighting, period. Because I just have a problem with him fighting, period.
Well, he did get cleared on the PED thing.
Listen, Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame, Dylan White shouldn't be fighting.
Now, let me ask you
Apples
guys,
and
actually.
oranges.
Do you guys think Anthony Joshua will be coming back to the States to fight again?
No.
Yes.
No time soon.
No.
No time soon.
No time soon, but I believe that the Zone will try to put him in Madison Square Garden because they need him.
What against who? Who can you put him
We gave you a list of 4 or 5 people.
No, nobody wants to see those guys. They want to see the American fans want to see one fight.
The American fans aren't going to get that fight.
They want Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder.
He's going to get booed. They're not going to accept him in America.
No, he's not.
accepted in America. Our champion is Deontay Wilder.
Listen, Deontay Wilder is the champion of the world, the WBC.
We don't want to see Joshua fighting a European here in the States. It makes no sense. It's not going to catch our attention.
Listen.
What if they match him with Kaunaki?
No.
That's another...
We'll be there.
We'll be there only strictly out of support for Adam. But at the end of the day, he has to fight Deontay Wilder. Like, he has... Like, Eddie Hearns, they should be ashamed of themselves if they put him on against anybody. All right, you take the mandatory. He has a mandatory. After the mandatory, you got to put these two guys. If they both come out victorious, you have to put them two together. It's like, where do you go from that? You are robbing the sport. They're robbing the sport. It's a shame.
And they're going to make a lot of money doing it.
hey, guys. Listen, at the end of the day, we got to give him credit. He won the title back.
He won his belt back.
Shut up, mouth. So we got to respect him for that.
Yeah, he did his job.
He definitely did what he had to do to reclaim those belts, reclaim his spot in that division. So credit to him.
Hats off to Joshua for staying focused and sticking to his game plan. All jokes aside. But at the end of the day, you cannot beat Deontay Wilder. To this day!
To this day. Joining us now is the baddest woman on the planet, the greatest woman of all time, the undisputed middleweight champion, and the only 2-time Olympic boxing gold medalist in U.S. history. The one, the only, Claressa Shields.
T-Rex Shields. Get it right. The GOAT. Matter of fact, GOAT.
The GOAT. The quote.
The GOAT.
Claressa, are you there?
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
Hey, what's going on?
Claressa?
I'm chilling.
You chilling? How was your weekend in New York?
It was fun. I did some training with Scooter.
Oh, you
did some interviews. Same old, but I enjoyed the fight for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying?
So, Claressa, we wanted to ask you. You and Curtis had a little bit of a disagreement on the Joshua fight this weekend. Let's just get right into it. What happened?
Yeah. Curtis was saying that, Andy Ruiz was going to, knock Anthony Joshua out again. Him and Eric Kelly were saying that. But I kept telling him, you can't write off a fighter because they lost one time. Anthony Joshua had a great game plan. If they paid attention to him like I do, they would have watched his Instagram and they would have been knowing like some of the drills he was working on, that he wasn't planning to stand there in front of Andy Ruiz and fight him. He was going to box him. He was getting his Muhammad Ali on.
Oh, nah, come on. Not Muhammad Ali. We not going to do that. He boxed great, but we ain't going to compare that to Muhammad Ali. He boxed good, but
I mean, look, he ain't as fast as Muhammad Ali, but he was jabbing the mess out of him, making him miss. You know, he's shining on him. Jab, jab, jab. You saw it.
I could definitely agree with that. I can see some similarities with the Ali Frazier fight. You know, like he basically picked him apart and moved around. He did exactly what a lot of us didn't think he was going to be able to do in that fight.
He was holding too.
Well, you know, that's the Vladimir Klitschko part right there, you know? I mean, he was part of the camp, I believe, for this fight, was he not? Vladimir Klitschko?
I'm not even too sure.
I believe that Vladimir
were-
Klitschko.
I'm not sure either.
They were in consultation.
Well, anyway, my prediction was wrong. You was right. He won. Ha ha ha. Let's move on. Let's move on. But at the end of the day, I mean, I felt like he boxed a good fight, but he also fought scared. His demeanor was scared. And now Andy Ruiz is not.
His demeanor was not scared.
He looked scared to me.
No, I definitely, I'll agree with
That's because you wanted him to lose.
So you try to say my lens was shaded? Like I had on different glass?
Absolutely. Definitely because he jabbing him like a person that's running scared. They don't even have the time to land clean punches. I mean, he cut this man.
Yeah, he cut him. I mean, Joshua, nobody's taking away from that he's a big puncher. Like, he is a big puncher. I mean, he is huge, too. So, I mean, I'm just saying, to me, I felt like he should have tried to put an explanation on this fight, and he didn't. I mean, he boxed good, but that
No,
was
he
just
tried. You got to understand. Game plan makes fights, Curtis. Look, he know for a fact he could not beat Andy Ruiz on the inside. He tried that in June in New York. And we seen what happened. He got caught. Why? Not because Andy Ruiz is a big puncher. He's a knockout artist. It's because Andy Ruiz is a great inside puncher. Anthony Joshua is not. So he used his attributes and overused something that we didn't even know he had, his legs. Because if you're not faster than somebody's hands, you have to catch up with the speed with your feet. That's what he did. I mean, people wanted to see a war. This is crazy. This last month, everybody was giving Deontay Wilder shit. Oh, he went out there, lost 6 rounds, and knocked Luis Ortiz out with 1 punch. But then people like, oh, he ain't got no skill, just a knockout artist. But then you get the opposite end. Anthony Joshua go out there and box his man, not 3 rounds, 4, but 12 rounds.
Right.
It had some skills, some style, used some great techniques, and people giving him shit. So you can never please a boxing fan.
No, that's true.
Hey, look, hold on. I want you to really go into depth, because I saw you on live the other day talking about boxing fans. You're gonna start treating boxing fans how they treat you, how they treat the fighters. I'm really curious. Like, what did you mean about that? Like, seriously, I want you to go in, son.
What did I mean by that? I be tweeting all kind of shit. I just be tweeting. I think that when I say I'm gonna start treating boxing fans how they treat me, I just meant people always think that celebrities need to be the bigger person, and these boxing fans and boxing trolls can get so disrespectful sometimes. And the reason that they're doing that and it's becoming more and more is because us, the fighters, allow them to do that. Us, the fighters, don't stick up for each other. Us, the fighters, just letting them, oh, that's a fan, that's what they do, just ignore them and be the bigger person. But then they go and tell their friend, oh, I tweeted this, I tweeted that, and she didn't even respond, or she blocked me. And that makes them feel powerful. But when you respond and put them in their place, then you get DMs or all these kind of apologies and stuff like that. So that's what I meant. Like, however the fans treat me, I'm just going to respond in that same manner. And it's not just because I'm confrontational. It's more of you have to give respect to get it. And some of these fans has never put on no gloves, has never boxed or nothing in their lives, and have the nerve to disrespect the world champion. And we're putting our life on the line. I just don't think that that's fair. But that's what I meant. Like, whatever energy that's given to me, I'm not going to respond to everything. But it got those certain comments and stuff that I'm going to see, and I'm going to put people in their place live. You know what I'm saying? Not going to be, oh, I'm a DM. I'm going to put them in their place right where they disrespected me at. So if they tweet me something, oh, this, that, I'm going to tweet them back so everybody can see.
How Drake
oh,
said,
yeah, she put them in his place.
You going to make that bitch famous? Oh, man. Yo, so look, you got your next fight coming up. Like, how you feeling about that?